Miles, how's training camp been for you so far? First time back, obviously, in a little while.
It's been good. Main thing is just getting my win. Once I get to my second win, I'm pretty good. You know, I'm getting back to my game weight, getting used to the offense, getting used to the defense, so everything's been good.
Coach has talked about you adjusting really well, getting back and being in the flow. It is a new coaching staff for you, so what challenges, if any, have there been learning new terminology or new concepts?
It's pretty much all the same. It's just Coach, he pays more attention to detail. So if you mess a single thing up by this much, he's gonna get on you. So that's something that I've just been working on, and that's good for me too because you need details in order to win. You know.
About 3 weeks away from opening night, purple and teal tomorrow, with a lot of fans in the building. What are you most looking forward to?
Just getting out there and playing. You know, I haven't played on the home court in a minute, and I'm happy they get to see how good we got throughout the training camp. So the fans will be able to see us Saturday. And it'll be good for the community.
This is day 4 for you. I mean, what's it been like to you got with the teammates, you got on the floor, just coming back in the mix again, man? What's it been like?
It's good. Like I said, I'm getting used to everybody, and everybody's got better defensively, and that's the main thing that I noticed. So I'm just trying to get good with them, get the defense stuff down, so we could be a lockdown team this year. But everything's been good.
You mentioned defense. You mentioned, I think, media day, you want to be like an all-defender. Like what about making all-defense? How much of a goal is that for you, and can you do it this year, do you think?
Yeah, that's a big goal. That's just the only place where I haven't really pushed myself. You know, I feel like I could be way better defensively with my athleticism. So, yeah, I'm going to try to guard the best players this year and get that all-defense, you know.
You mentioned your playing weight. Where are you at right now, weight-wise, would you say, like poundage?
Probably like 5 pounds over, yeah. But yeah, just working out in the gym every day, hitting the weight room with the guys. I'll be back.
What is your ideal weight? What do you want to be at?
230, 235. You know.
So you're about 240 now?
Yeah. I'll get that down within the next 2 days. Might be there right now, honestly, after this practice.
Talking with Gordon, he mentioned like you're fitting back in, like you almost like never left. I mean, what's it been like to kind of know that you're kind of back with the guys and you are kind of fitting back in the way you hope to?
Yeah, I mean, like I know how Gordon, Terry, Melo, all those guys play, PJ, but just getting used to the newer guys, you know, getting used to B. Mill, JT's gotten way better, Nick, Mark. It's been good, you know, and they've been helping me throughout the way. I've been watching PJ, whatever PJ does, because I play his position. I watch PJ, I watch Gordon. Just try to pay attention to details.
What did you miss most about this, like not being here last year? Like, what did you miss most?
Just being around my teammates, you know, just getting to know them personally and on the court, you know, just being around all that, and just playing in front of the community. You know, I miss the city of Charlotte and playing in front of them, and they deserve to have a good season.
You mentioned the fans tomorrow. Like, how much do you hope you get a good reaction for the first, I guess, time going out in front of the crowd for a while?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's tough, but I hope to get a good reaction. My mom, my sister will be there, so I'll be happy.
I mean, what's it been like just being around town? I mean, people have been welcoming you back to Charlotte. I mean, what's it been like?
Yeah, it's been good. You know, I've been taking pictures with kids. You know, whenever I take my kids to the park or something, somebody will notice me. It's all good vibes, you know.
And this last thing is, what did you learn, I guess, most, if anything, about yourself over the last year?
Just learn patience. You know, just how to stay patient and how to use my head. And that's one of the main things, because I need to be a good vet for all the younger guys here and still even be a vet to Melo sometimes. So, yeah, that's it for me.
More the same at practice today in training camp in terms of scrimmaging, or anything different today for this Friday?
Yeah, similar day. We played 2 full quarters. We had every year the NBA sends them. We were lucky Monty McCutcheon came and met with the guys about the new rules and points of emphasis. So that was, you know, a little bit of significant part of practice too. And then, you know, but it was good intensity. We're gonna do more organizational tomorrow because, you know, they're beat up. You know, guys are sore, and then we'll take Sunday off. But we've had a good 4 days.
You mentioned the new rules. One of them is a change to the challenge process. That's more having to do with you and your coaching staff than anyone else. But how do you foresee that impacting the game, how you use challenges throughout the contest?
I think it's a great rule because, you know, like before, and sometimes, I mean, you're almost getting penalized for being right, you know. So I think it's, you know, look, the league office is always evaluating everything. You know, a lot of times they use the G League as a tool, and they've done it with this. So anytime that when we go for the meetings and they make their changes, it's always backed by the numbers and by their surveys and what they've seen. So I think it's a really good move.
We're now less than 3 weeks away from opening night tomorrow, Purple and Teal Day. You'll get to see the fans for the first time. How excited are you and the players to get back in front of the crowd?
Great. You know, I mean, we have a great fans here, and the guys love them, so it'll be fun.
With Miles, you mentioned yesterday he's had his best, I guess, practices so far.
And he played really good today, too.
Yeah. What is he doing, I guess, most that's impressing you that you probably didn't expect at this point so far?
I wouldn't say surprised me. You know, I mean, I've watched a lot of film on him, obviously. Coached against him for a few years, but, you know, look, he loves to play, and he has such an energy level that, you know, helps everybody. You know, I mean, think about it, I mean, 2 years ago he was over 20 a game and he was our best rebounder, so I'm not sure anything is surprising me other than he's in a lot better rhythm than I thought he'd be.
Gordon mentioned that he fits in obviously well because he knows what you guys are doing for the most part in terms of offense, I guess, and defense. What about that? I mean, obviously he wasn't here last year with you, but how much does he know and how much does he have to still, I guess, learn to be where you want him to be?
Yeah, but he's picking things up very quickly. So, you know, we're going to have extra time. So I think that'll be very much a strength.
With all the scrimmages and assuming you're mixing up lineups and whatnot out there, are there any of the younger players or non-rotation guys from last year that seem to find themselves on the winning team more often or are excelling more?
Brandon's played well, and he had his best day today too. So I'd say he's the one that stands out.
Go ahead.
Well, obviously you're like a week into training camps, but do you have any idea what the starting lineups might look like for the first preseason match?
I mean, if everybody's healthy, then it would be, you know, Melo, Terry, Gordon, PJ, and Mark.
Then how do you figure out at that point, like the bench rotations and lineups? I mean, that's stuff you're doing right now or something you have in your mind and got to kind of still...
Oh, there's a lot of ways it could go. You know, I mean, and again, like, it's not like we're going to come out in these first two exhibition games and play guys 38 minutes and stuff, too. I mean, these are like really good practices, basically. So, yeah, I mean, we have a ways to go before we get to that.
And then your depth on the wing, especially with Miles back, can you just, I guess, describe what it's like to have that kind of depth, knowing that you can change different parts of the game?
It's what you need. I mean, especially now, like, you know, you don't go into the season expecting guys to play 82 games. So you need quality depth.
All right, thank you, sir.
Good.